Welcome back to the Notary Podcast hosted by me, Daniel C. Lewis. And this week, we're going to talk about the 7 things that notary entrepreneurs should be doing within the first quarter. This is going to be a really good one. You're not going to want to miss this. Buckle up. Here we go. Welcome back to the Notary Podcast hosted by me, Daniel C. Lewis. I love doing this podcast for you each and every week, and this week is like none other. So if you like the podcast, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Like I said, we love doing this each and every week, and we love seeing you back each and every week and love the support. This week, we have a very special topic. I'm going to talk about the 7 things that you need to do as a notary entrepreneur to be successful within the first quarter of each year. I outlined, as I was researching this topic, I outlined 7 things that you should do as a notary entrepreneur. And let's just get right into it and just chop it up. The first thing you should do as a notary entrepreneur to be successful, a successful notary entrepreneur, is review and update your business. As you know, I take being a notary entrepreneur very seriously. And each year, when I started back in 2003, I wrote myself up a business plan. I used a service called SCORE, that's SCORE.org. They helped me write up a business plan back in 2003. And each year, I fine-tune because the notary industry is changing and evolving each year. Each year, I pull out that business plan, I rewrite things, I look at where the industry is, and I try to evolve my notary business to fit where the industry is. You should, in that business plan, you should set clear goals for the year, including income targets. You should do some projections. You should set up for offering new services and a marketing strategy. New services would include something like this. When I started doing general notary work for hospitals, nursing homes, and assisted living facilities, I would get a call and say, hey, I have for example, at a hospital, I'll get a call and say, hey, I need to do a power of attorney, a medical power of attorney. And I'll just simply say, okay, I'll do that medical power of attorney and just go do that, charge a couple of bucks, and then leave. But over the years, I've evolved that. When I get a call from someone from a hospital, I ask, do they have the documents? A lot of times they don't have the documents at the hospital, so I evolved my services by saying, hey, if you would email me the documents, because everybody has a smartphone at the hospital with the documents on them. If you could email me the documents, I'll print them out, charge for that, bring them to you, charge for the carrier service, and notarize them. So I'm evolving my services, if that makes sense to you, if that's something that makes sense of how, just one example, how you can add more services to what we do as notaries. And you want to analyze your last year's performance to identify areas that you can improve as a notary entrepreneur. So the first thing you want to do in that 7 is review and update your business plan to offer new services, reset your income targets, and set clear goals for your notary business. The second thing you can do in building your notary business, in the 7 things that I recommend, is renew memberships and certifications. Ensure that your notary commission, business licenses, and insurance policies are all up to date. You want to do that. You don't want your E&O insurance to lapse. You want to look at that. You don't want your notary commission to lapse. Some states require, they give like our state in Indiana gives an 8-year notary commission, but every 2 years you have to look at doing continuing education. with the Secretary of State. And that has been a huge problem here where people just let that lapse or not look at when they have to do that continuing education every 2 years. So you don't want your notary commission to lapse. Make sure you renew your memberships and also renew memberships with organizations like the National Notary Association, which I'm a proud member of, to make sure you're getting the most up-to-date information about the notary industry. So that's the second thing, renew membership and certifications that you have, and just look at that to make sure you're up to date on those things. The third thing that you should be looking at in the 7 is implement a marketing strategy. Every year you should have some type of marketing strategy. Refresh your website, look at your social media profiles, update branding content. Those are part of your marketing strategy. Create a first quarter marketing campaign focusing on the tax season notarization, I-9 verification, and estate planning documents. A lot of people look at that in the first quarter. For I-9s, if you're a brand new notary or if you're a seasoned notary, a lot of companies are in the first quarter. They look at and implement plans to downsize or right-size their company, or even take on people in a remote fashion using the I-9 process. We have a I-9 certification program that a lot of companies love using. So if you want to get certified to do I-9 verifications, you can go to lewistraining.online, and you'll see under our classes, we have certification programs that you can do to get yourself certified to be an I-9 verified. The fourth thing that you should be doing in the first quarter of each year is building networking and building relationships, or what I call referral partnerships. That is the secret sauce to having and sustaining a notary business, building referral partnerships, connecting with real estate agents, attorneys, and small business owners for potential referral partnerships, attending industry events, webinars, and networking groups to expand your reach. In fact, I host free notary meetups, and doing this podcast, and I've met so many notaries over the years, using other notaries as referral partners. You can refer business to them, and they can refer business to you. It's a win-win situation. Building referral partnerships is just key to having a sustainable and successful notary business, if that makes sense. So that is number 4. Number 5. Number 5 is so important. I think a lot of the notaries, I'll say as much as 60% of the notaries that start a business, that's in business, don't do this one. Number 5, organize your finances. You have to be financially fit to be in this business. I can't stress that enough. You can't owe any back taxes. I know in our state, back taxes, back child support. You can't be having a credit score of less than 400. You need to make sure you're financially fit. Gather tax documents and work with an accountant to prepare your documents. I work with a CPA myself, so you should have some professional. When I say professional, somebody that's what they do for a living. That's how they pay their mortgage. That's how they pay for their vacations, their retirement. Work with a tax professional when you are looking at doing your taxes. Set a budget for your business expenses, including advertising, training, and supplies. Because during your business as a notary entrepreneur, you have to invest in yourself. So set your budget so that you can attend like notary conferences, and not only just notary conferences, other building Business building conferences. You want to do that. You want to constantly sharpen your skill set to be the best entrepreneur you can be. Number 6, upgrade your skills and services. You must every year, as I said before, the notary industry is forever evolving. It's not staying the same. You can't run your business like you ran it 2 years ago even. You have to evolve your skill set and the services. Enroll in courses to enhance your notary knowledge and expand into additional services like remote online notary, I-9s. Like I said, we have an I-9 course at lewistraining.online. You are permit running. Expand your services, expand your knowledge. Be a consummate learner. Stay updated on any changes in state that impacts your notary work. In our state, they update the notary handbook every 2 years. So every year you should be looking at your state's notary handbook to see if there's any changes in the way they want you to operate as a notary entrepreneur. So make sure you upgrade your skill set and your services. This is a great time to take courses. We have wedding efficient courses, apostille courses. We have, of course, the I-9 course. It's always good to look at courses to diversify your notary business and update your skill set. Number 7, and what you should do in the first quarter of each year, optimize your client experience. That's right. Put yourself in each of your clients' shoes and say, how can I make that client experience with my services better? Improve scheduling and communication tools to provide seamless service. Look at how you schedule yourself. Is it effective? I use a planner. I write down, and I have this thing called a map of life. I plan things for my notary business, for when I'm marketing, for when I'm doing this podcast, for when I'm doing actually notary work, when I'm teaching classes, when I'm mentoring. So plan, you look at how you're scheduling and how you can be more effective and efficient at scheduling. Collect and showcase customers' reviews to build credibility and attract new clients. You want to be able to make sure, and not enough entrepreneurs, whether you're a notary, in insurance, an accountant, are putting themselves in their clients' shoes to see how can they do things a lot better. So that's something that will give you a heads up or a lead in your own business when you are looking at getting your business out there, getting to that next level of your business, if that makes sense. So let's recap really quick. The 7 things that you need to do in order to be successful within the first quarter, to have a successful year in the first quarter. First thing, review and update your business plan. Renew memberships and certifications. Implement a marketing strategy for that year, for the rest of the year, making sure you're following that and seeing if you're tracking that. Building a networking and a referral partnership. Can't express that enough. Of course, organize your finances. Make sure you're financially fit for the year, the upcoming year. That will relieve a lot of stress, especially if you have a partner or a spouse with you. Make sure you're regimented with your finances. Upgrade your skill set and your services each year, and then optimize the client experience. You do those 7 things, you will be, you have your notary business will run a lot smoother. You won't be working as hard, and you will have, you hit the goals that you set for yourself. Hopefully, you like the content today. If you did like the content today, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Notary Podcast, found exclusively on YouTube. We like doing this each and every week. And guess what? Next week, you're not going to believe this. We have a great special guest for you. You're not going to want to miss it. See you next week.